Old line watches. Coo-loo-coo-coo-coo-coo. Hey there, welcome to another episode of Old Line Watches. With you as always is me, Jeremy, your old man from the old line state of Maryland. Today we are taking a trip up north to Long Island. Yeah, that's right. Going to do a little review here of the ISL-65, a fantastic piece from Long Island Watch Company. Big fan of the work there. The founder, Mark Frankel, is a dealer, authorized dealer of many different brands, including Seiko, and he decided one day that Seiko made a great watch, but it could be a little bit better. So he took a lot of basic Seiko designs and added things like solid end links, Sapphire, hackable and hand winding movements, things that Seiko wasn't doing, and then selling them for the same price or cheaper than comparable Seikos. And he's still a dealer for Seiko, so they obviously do not have any trouble with this at all. So go Mark. And he has since branched out into doing a lot of other original designs, field watches, dress watches, all sorts of stuff. And you should definitely check his stuff out. He also has a YouTube channel, which I will be linking, because it's fantastic. Because not only does he talk about the watches he sells, he talks about how watches work and does all sorts of educational stuff, like how to fix watches, why watches do what they do. It's all really fantastic stuff, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. So anyway, enough of singing praises of Long Island Watch Company and its founder. We're gonna take a look at the results of it. Oh yeah. Also go to the description for the current link to the current giveaway, because free watches, am I right? Stats and specs. All right, here this beauty is. Let's dive right in. We have the ISL-65 as the model, with a case diameter of 42, case diameter including the crown of 45.7 mil, a lug to lug of 48 mil, end link to end link, it's got male end links there as you can see, 52.5 mil, a lug width of 22 mil, narrowing to 18 on the supplied bracelet. Still a little wet from its cleaning earlier, but it'll dry off quicker than later. 14.9 mil thick. It's a little bit on the thick side, but it wears well. It weighs in size for my 6 3/4 inch wrist at 194 grams. It's heavy. It is powered by a Seiko NH36 movement, 21,600 beats per hour, 24 joules, hacking, hand winding, 41-hour power reserve. And we're gonna go ahead and I can do this. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and just advance this along until it flips the date over so it stops looking wonky and driving me insane. There we go. Back to something a little better. There we go. Much nicer, much nicer. Now I gotta fix the bezel. Boy, we'll come back to you later though. There we go. Okay. Case and bracelet are 316 stainless steel. It is a almost entirely brushed case except for little bits of polish here and there. It definitely has that samurai style angling to the case. Very reminiscent of Seiko's. In fact, it is basically an homage to the Seiko Samurai, except they improved on a few things like drilled lugs and other stuff that I have mentioned or will mention. We got some nice crown guards on there as well. We got a nice double dome sapphire there with some anti-reflective coating. The crown is 6.9 mil in diameter, screw down, signed. Good texture on there. It is a little bit difficult to get at, as you saw when I was trying to change the time there. It's but I don't know if that's a reflection on Island Watch or Seiko. Hard to say sometimes. The case back is screw down, showing off Long Island, the home of Island Watch. 200 meters of water resistance. The strap is a single link, but presented as 3-link style, and it's got that kind of curvy engineer style, even though it's not an engineer linked bracelet. It is brushed all along the surface, polished all along the sides. Got my fingerprint smudges all over it already. And it is sized by screw links that are buttery easy to get in and out. We have a fold over clasp that's easy to get at. Dual security pushers, milled scissor style clasp, 3 holes of micro adjust. Island Watch is nothing if not efficient. All right, let's take a look at the dial here. We've got all the indices are lume filled. We got what I call the Optimus Prime Index up top there, with circles most of the way around except for the 6 and the 9, where we've got some rectangular indices, and the date window, day date window there. All of them are lume filled, as you will see. We got the Islander logo up top there. It is a bit of a contentious thing there. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people really do. It's one of those things. It's hard to have a meh opinion about it, and I kind of have a meh opinion about it. It's a logo. It's not jumping out as awesome. It's not terrible. It's, you know, what the man decided on, and he likes it. Then we got the automatic and 200 meters down below there printed. The dial itself is fairly unspectacular with a nice matte black finish. Nice minute track all the way around with thicker markers at the 5s. The hands are nicely polished and nicely lume filled, and the second hand has a little red dot of color, which is the only bit of color anywhere on the dial here. We have a sapphire bezel, 120 click unidirectional. It is a little soft and a little like mushy in the action on it, but it does line up, and it is lumed, as you will see right there. Look at all of that lume. Is that a lume date wheel even? I have to find out now. Burp, burp. Nope, okay, it was just light from the the thing is so bright it illuminates the date wheel. How do you like that action? Also with a loomed Island logo. Yeah, Mark is a big old loom hog, and it shows in his watches. Look at that. And as you can see, it's running a well within spec of plus 8 to 10 seconds per day. Strong amplitude and minimal beat error to go with it. It is a fine movement in a fine watch. And on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, it sits very nicely. The bracelet is absolutely gorgeous and nice and blingy despite the brushed finish, because it's such a finely brushed finish that it just still catches the light exceptionally well. Hugs the wrist very nicely. As you can see, it does sit up a little bit high, but it's a diving type watch. It's kind of supposed to be a little on the big side, and it definitely works. Props and slops. All right, props and slops. On the props side, we've got, well, the design. It's not really Island's design, but, you know, they executed it well regardless. The loom, which, you know, most times Seiko gets to claim as the one of the best loom makers out there, but Island just takes it a whole nother level of loom, and as a loom hog myself, I thoroughly enjoy that. Also, this bracelet that is deliciously chonky, but really, really comfortable. I mean, despite the massive weight of this thing, it does not feel as heavy as it should just because it fits so comfortably. But onto the slops, that heaviness is a thing. It's heavy. It's a weighty watch, and if you've got smaller wrists, that's going to feel even more heavy on you. And the bezel, that bezel action is a little on the shameful side. It's not great. It's not great. I would want something more snappy, more responsive, you know. All in all, I would consider this an exceptional timepiece and exceptional for the value. I want to say these are selling for $300 on the Island website. You'll have to go there and check it out yourself. I will also link that in the description. Definitely worth checking it out. Definitely worth getting on their email list. They have sales very regularly. In fact, they're having a moving sale right now because they're moving to a bigger location and they're just putting a bunch of stuff on sale just because, you know, it's a good enough reason to have a sale as any, and there's some fantastic pieces on sale. I do not believe this is one of them, but you will see one that you like. I can almost guarantee that. All right, let's go back and look in the camera and talk. So that was the ISL-65 Yi Samurai style from Island Watch. It is a wonderful timepiece, as you've just seen. Keeps great time, well made, solid piece. And if it's something that interests you, you should get one. So until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. This has been your old man from the Old Lion State, signing off.